name is Ella Kate Lacy, and you are listening to More Than Child's Play with your host, my mommy, Lacy Morisi, and my Aunt Nicole Surgeon. They are authors, therapists, and most importantly, mommies. And man, can they talk. So sit back and relax and learn from their village. We hope you enjoy the show.
Ho, 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 everybody. Welcome to our favorite, my favorite. I can't speak for Lacy, but I will tell you, this is Nicole. Welcome to More Than Child's Play podcast. This is my favorite episode of the year. What do you think, Lacy? Is this your favorite episode?
100%. I love Christmas. I love children's toys. I love shopping. So this is my three favorite things besides my children and husband and you combined into one podcast episode. Ho, ho, ho.
Exactly. So, Lacy and I are the creepy, weird therapists that will stand in the Target aisle and tell grandparents not to buy that toy because we work in the homes of children and families, and we see toys that are exciting on Christmas morning and in the corner by December 27th. Yes. And so for years now, we have been putting out a list of our recommendations of toys for holiday shopping. We've done it a bunch of different ways through the years. We've done it by age, we've done it by developmental domain. We've done it a bunch of different ways. And this year we decided we're going to do it another way. Because of challenges this year, if you haven't heard that there are supply chain issues, you've probably been under a rock. The stores just don't have the variety. And I listened to a report this morning that a lot of merchandise is costing a lot more to get here because of shipping containers, and those costs will be passed on to consumers. And so we thought, as small business owners ourselves, there is no better year to celebrate local and small businesses than this year. So our list is going to look a little differently this year, and we're really excited about it. It was really fun to go through and pick out and give a selection to you. If you go to milestonesandmiracles.com and click on our blog, it will come up as a linked blog post titled 2021 Shop Local Small Business Centered Holiday Gift Guide. And so today on the podcast, we're just going to kind of highlight those items for you and give you some reasoning behind why, as therapists or parents, we like them, what they can be used for. There are links to all of these items directly from our page. These are small businesses, so they are not affiliate links for us. We are not making money off of sharing these with you. We just genuinely think that they're good choices and want parents and to be empowered to share with family members who are asking for gifts for their kids. Also, therapists, we get a lot of interest in this episode and this blog post every year from therapists because therapists are being asked the same thing from parents. So this is a resource you can pass on to your clients. So starting out, we have these personalized rainbow ribbon wands by Mouse Loves Pig in Winchester, Virginia. I found these on Etsy, and it's really funny because Winchester, Virginia is in between my house and Lacy's house, and it's where we both shop and go to the doctor and go to church. And I did not even pick it for the reason that they were local, but I love these wooden rings. I love that they can be personalized. I love that they can be used as teethers for younger babies, but also can be used for dancing or imaginative play for toddlers. You like those, Lace? What do you think?
Yes, those are so sweet. Yeah. And this can be used, like you said, for infants, but then toddlers and preschoolers. Yeah. I could definitely be dancing around, waving that in the air, singing a song with the kid.
All right. Next, we have a wooden toy box by Toys by Cooper in Matthews, North Carolina. It's sort of like a wooden piggy bank almost, but I love that it works on fine motor skills, that it's wooden, that it'll give kids that auditory feedback of dropping it in. I love that there's a pull out drawer for another fine motor exploration to pull those out and and put it back in.
Yes. A very popular toy on the market, and it's been on the market for several years, is Fisher-Price makes that plastic pink pig that the coins go into. I like the pig. I don't like that he makes all the noise and sings songs. Like, I like the batteries out of the pig. But this classic wooden box does all the things that that pig does without all the song and dance, pun intended. You know,
Exactly.
so, and that's what we want. We want simple toys that the child has to talk to make it quote work, you know, that we want the language to come from the parent and the child, not the toy itself. So this toy, you know, gives that fine motor work. It has lots of opportunity for language development there. So yeah, a classic for sure. I really like that.
It looks well made.
It does. Yes.
Next up on the list is for expecting parents, new parents, parents of any infants or toddlers 0 to 3 is our product 1-2-3 Just Play With Me. We always recommend it as a gift. It's 3 years worth of resources in one pretty little box that looks beautiful on a nursery shelf. It is 75 cards that pairs detailed development in each of the 5 main domains of child development with purposeful play activities and also a resource guide. So we will say we believe in it and think that it makes a good gift for new parents.
100%.
Next up is a beautiful wooden building block set by Kubia Games in Brooklyn, New York. I love the aesthetic look of this set and the way that it was packaged. I will say that I think any wooden blocks are a great gift and one that grow with a child, but particularly picked this one because I thought even on like under your coffee table or on a shelf in your family room, this is just a beautiful, beautiful set. And I love how it fits in there and is almost like a puzzle when you put it away. So you're kind of getting 2 for 1 with that one.
Yes.
Then next up is a wooden sensory bin by Playful Petals Boutique in Appleton, Wisconsin. I love this set that it has a lot of scoopers and stirrers and meshers, and that you could add a bunch of different elements to that, whether it be beads, popcorn, felt balls, sand. Just look like a really sturdy set with a lot of cool manipulative parts. And if you've not been brave enough to jump into the world of sensory bins, I will tell you this, children love this type of play. It's so imaginative. They can add their own little toys to it. It will keep them busy forever and has so many fine motor benefits.
Yes. Don't be scared of the mess. And this one has beans in it, and dried beans are easy to clean up, relatively so, you know, and there's other ways that you can contain the mess, but don't be afraid of the mess. The value to the child is worth way more than the mess itself, which can be cleaned up. So yes, I like that as well.
Next up is the Root Vegetable Puzzle by All About Kids Store in Bristol, Tennessee. I just thought this was beautiful. I just thought it was really unique. It was a cool puzzle that it was a vertical pop in versus a horizontal place down puzzle. I thought it was really cool that it could spark discussion about how our fruits or how our vegetables grow under the ground, and what you see on top is different than what's in the bottom. I loved it. I felt like it was art.
Yes, it is. Would look beautiful on a toy shelf for sure, but functional and entertaining for the child as well.
Yeah. And then next is Dinosaur Signature Play-Doh Set by Darling Details, Texas and Leander, Texas. I just thought this was super creative. You know, kids really, I would say 2.5 and up even could benefit from this. They had some different themed ones on their site that come in this little kit. I love it that the supplies are there, but there's not only one way to play with this, you know, it's kids' imagination. I think this would be great for, taking it on a trip or traveling to have something to keep a kid busy. I love that it had all these natural elements that could be mixed in with the Play-Doh and the putty that's included. This one's obviously themed around dinosaurs. So if you have a kid who loves dinosaurs, they can place them within the scene they create. I thought it was really, really unique. I thought to myself, man, if my nieces and nephews were still little, this would be like the cool aunt gift. I would love to give this to my nieces and nephews.
Yeah. And this little set kind of offers loose pieces. It's amazing sometimes what kids will do, how creative they become, how they work their imagination when we just give them kind of loose parts of odds and ends of things and see what they do. And this one gives the dinosaurs in the set, but then it gives, little smooth stones, it gives some rocks, it gives some little like slivers of wood. So I think it's kind of neat just to lay that in front of them and watch what happens. But I like that about it, that it offers the loose pieces that give room for that imagination to grow.
Right. Next up on the list is a Montessori peg doll multicultural set by Three Sunshine Shop in Carmel, Illinois. I just love this. I love peg dolls. I love that they can be inserted into any play setting in your playroom or your world. These could travel easily in a Ziploc bag or a cloth bag in a purse or a backpack. This could be put into your farm set or your dollhouse or your trucks and cars. I mean, and I love that it gives a very variety of different people, different shades of skin, different cultural backgrounds. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful and so well done. So way to go, Three Sunshine Shop.
Yes, I love this too. And I talk a lot, as most SLPs do, dollhouse play, Fisher Price's Little People play, like that type of play is so good for language development and gives children the opportunity to kind of act out what happens every day in their life within daily routines. So these little dolls can easily be inserted into like the toys that Nicole mentioned, or you make a little shoebox house for these little dolls, if you don't have the plastic house or the barn or whatever, but they are beautiful. And like you said, easily can go along on trips and travel with the child for entertainment when needed outside of the home.
I love that, like sometimes those sets, the farm is going to come with a farmer, and the firehouse is going to come with a fireman or a firewoman. But I love that these aren't limited to like a setting or a location, so that kids could use their imagination to use them in different play scenes.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. It can be anything they want them to be.
So also from Three Sunshine set in Carmel, Illinois is this acorn matching set with a scooper. A lot of kids love to scoop and sort. And I thought, again, this was a beautiful wooden toy. There's different colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different color acorns with matching bowls. It gives you the fine motor element of having to scoop. They could drop the correct color in the correct bowl, but this could also be used for patterning. If you give them a pattern and see if they can follow below, it can be used for early color identification within the context of learning, which gives them a real understanding of what color means. And it could be also used imaginatively just within other toys, to feed their dolls or to make a stew or, whatever. I thought it was really well done.
It is. And one thing, you could even just have them take the red bowl and find 3 red things around the house. I mean, you can really expand this set, although, and I challenge parents, all the time to look at a toy and toys usually have an assigned kind of play activity to them. But I challenge parents to think outside the box. What else could we use this toy for? And those are the types of toys parents and families should invest in. Toys that can grow with the child, toys that can be used in a multitude of ways, not just one specific purpose. And all of the toys on this list, I think, follow that rule. But this one especially, it's really, really beautiful too to look at.
Yeah.
Colors. Okay, so next on the list is a nursery rhyme quiet book by Linda's Crafty Creation in Olmsted Falls, Illinois. As an SLP, nursery rhymes are so important in early language development. Nursery rhymes often have gestures or motions that go along with them to get babies' attention. So they lend themselves to early gestural imitation. They lend themselves to babies singing along, to filling in the words at the end of the line of a song. So for language development, again, I love nursery rhymes. And this little book has, it's felt, and it has little manipulative pieces on each page for each nursery rhyme. It only includes 5 nursery rhymes, which is perfect. We don't need more than that. These are all classics. For example, on the Humpty Dumpty page, Humpty Dumpty is sitting on the wall, but he's, broken into pieces so that you have to put him back together. For the Itsy Bitsy Spider page, you can move the spider and the sun and the cloud with the rain around on the page. So just a good way to interest little one in these nursery rhymes and singing them and acting them out. And then I think this is perfect to take with you. An easy way to entertain a little one on the go, waiting at the restaurant, waiting at the doctor's office, riding in the car. A screen-free way to entertain little one, which we love, of course. And then the next thing on the list is some I Spy, also called Busy Bags by Stitch for You by Trippy 2 in Middleborough, Massachusetts. And I Spy bags are kind of popular in the SLP community, just because they lend themselves to spontaneous language. They lend themselves to working on specific sounds if older children are in articulation therapy. But again, just another fun way to entertain a little one when you're out and about on the go. Kind of just, there's these little bags are filled with rice, and there's just little tiny plastic manipulatives in the bag. So the child has to kind of move the rice around to find the items and name them and then check them off the list. So I just thought these were kind of cool little toy to take with you.
Yeah, that fine motor, pointer finger pressing to move things around is really, really good.
Yes. Yep.
I love this little bead set in the sweet little bag from Legacy Learning in South Beloit, Illinois. Again, the truth is we're families and people on the go, commuting, running all the time. I love that this was small enough to fit in a bag, but beading is really fun for kids, and the string looks like it's easy to do on the go, to just tie a knot at the end and not lose all the parts because of the bag. I love that the pieces had a variety of holes in the beads, some more challenging for stringing, some easier. And it's just something that could be reserved for, purse, backpack, or car to keep kids busy. And toys like this are important for that fine motor work that we often don't see in toys in a generalized larger toy store, because a lot of times those toys have been replaced with big button toys for liability reasons. And we see kids with really weak hands and fingers. And so toys like this really matter for overall hand development, for fine motor function later on. So love that. Next one, I don't know. I was the kid who loved chalkboards. I guess, I don't know. My mom was a teacher and I just always had a chalkboard, loved a chalkboard. I loved this name tracing chalkboard by Let's Make Small Stuff in Nashville, Tennessee. It has a dotted personalized line of the child's name so they could practice writing their name. I will say I would reserve this for the kid who shows the interest in wanting to do this on their own. Definitely don't push this. They don't need to write their name before they go to kindergarten. They just don't. But if you have a child, no matter what their age is, that really is into naturally on their own, into tracing and writing their name, recognizing their name, I just love that this was a personalized gift that they could practice that over and over again. And then next is the original 100 board counter by Myris Toys in Vancouver, Washington. It's a beautiful wooden set with 100 little holes for wooden beads. I also saw that this could be used with craft pom-poms. It's a great way to teach kids to count and those early sort of foundational math skills, but in the practice of challenging their fine motor and also working on attention. A lot of kids, I would say anywhere from as early as 2.5 to 3 to that 6-7 year range, love the repetitive action of doing a task and a job. And this one is just a good way for them to do that while learning. And I just also thought it was beautiful.
Yes.
Then next, okay, so disclaimer, all of these companies on this list are within the United States, and I made sure that they included reasonable shipping that would get to you if you ordered soon enough by Christmas. This next one comes from Barbershop Kids, which is a store in Russia. So I cannot guarantee the shipping on this, but you can look into it. I can guarantee that it is adorable and fascinating, I think. I love, if you click on the link for this one, you can see that it's a wooden kaleidoscope that opens, and a child can put their own natural elements inside the two panes of glass and make a kaleidoscope. I think kaleidoscopes are fascinating, but after a while they can kind of get boring because it's just like you're looking at the same thing over and over again. So I love that this would spark the curiosity of that outside kid who's like, let's put some pine in it. Let's put these petals in it. Let's put a leaf in it. I just love this one. So I can't guarantee shipping, but if you order it early enough, maybe it could just be that special magical toy.
Yeah.
I thought of Lacey's son when I picked this. He's definitely an outdoor kid, and I was like, he would have loved this when he was little.
Yes. Yep.
And so next is magnetic putty via Uncommon Goods. They shared that it was made in Pennsylvania. I think we would both agree that children love putty and Play-Doh, and children love magnets.
Yes.
So for me, this combined both of those things. Also, small enough to travel or take on the go with you and see what kinds of things stick to this putty. But I just thought it was really unique and
Yes.
special.
Kids do love magnets. So yeah, that's really neat.
And curious and sparks that STEMmy brain early on.
Mhm.
The next one is a parent-child interactive communication journal by the Link to Join Hearts in Columbia, South Carolina. I love that this little journal prompts some questions and reactions from both child and parent. And so there's some ways that you can share responses with your child and kind of get to know them better, and for you to definitely stay keyed into kind of what's going on in their little hearts and minds. Sometimes they're more willing to share things by writing than talking. And it also, I think, once it was filled out, would just make a nice memory piece to be able to go back and look at this period in time and what you both were thinking and how you were interacting with each other. I just thought that was sweet. I thought you'd really like this next one, Lacy.
I
It's
do.
Story Dice by Blackbird Fly Company in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And they are dice, wooden dice with little graphics on them. And there's a couple different ways you could use them. So you can roll them and you have to make up a story that includes all 4 items. You can roll them successively and each person could add to the story. There's just I like the open-endedness of this and the way it will foster communication and social interaction.
100%. These are great for spontaneous language building. And I just hopped on their site through Etsy, and they have lots of good stuff. They also have these little magnetic busy boxes that look like fun. So yes, definitely recommend checking them out. The story dice as long as some of the other stuff.
Stocking stuffer. That would be like a really purposeful stocking stuffer.
Yes, very much so. Yep.
Okay, a wooden slingshot. Don't be scared. By Handcrafted Buffalo in St. Peter, Minnesota. I just thought this was awesome. They're just soft little, maybe wool or cotton balls, but how fun to give this to a kid and just say, go at it. I mean, I think this can be used indoor and outdoor. It allows sort of that nostalgic, old school, sensible risk type play that kids need. Just a fun, maybe surprise on your list.
Yeah, and a STEM toy, right? Like this teaches them about force and gravity and how fast things travel depending on their weight in the slingshot. And I mean, my son, even at the age he is now, would still enjoy something like this. So I think this is a toy that, not just for younger kids, older kids as well could enjoy it.
So for the truck lovers in your life, I love this personalized toy truck by Trucks and More Toys in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It is a truck that you can have personalized with your child's name on it. So if you our house that has a bunch of trucks and, works on the roadways in your living room or on your front sidewalk, what better than one that makes your child feel special with their name on it? I just thought it was really cool.
That is cool. And it makes a nice keepsake, one
Yeah.
that you'll want to put away and keep for children and grandchildren down the line. So
Right. Okay, so I joke my husband would really like this one, maybe even now. It's a scavenger hunt by the Idea Box Kids in Wilsonville, Oregon. It is a box full of wooden discs that have different tasks or things to find in your environment. So you could use it in a variety of ways to keep your kids busy and hunting. Great rainy day activity.
yes.
I thought it was really creative.
Something easy to hand them when they say, I'm bored, when you turn that TV off or
Yeah.
take away that iPad.
Yeah. They could set it up for you to do. You can set it up for them to do. It's just with friends, just great. Works on reading. They have to read the discs to do it.
Yep.
Okay. For all the PTs in the crowd and OTs, I guess, and speechies, all of us anatomy people. Human Anatomy Felt Wall by M. is Crafty in Clearfield, Utah. Good job, M. I loved this wall. It's a wall felt board that has the bony structures, but also organs, and there's labels for a kid who loves science or is really curious about their own body. I just thought this was so cool.
Very cool. Yes.
Many different ways to use it, whether you just did the skeleton or you just did the organs. You can even use this as like a lesson to talk about what the different parts of your body does and how we need to, do things to help take care of those parts. I just loved it. Well done.
Felt boards are kind of a lost art, right? I mean, I remember in Sunday school, I'm 43 now. I remember in like my nursery class at Sunday school, the Bible story being told on a felt board. And I loved it. It was a neat little way to manipulate the pieces for little hands and brought the story to life. And this, felt wall hanging of the body parts. Again, it allows kids to manipulate the pieces. And we know when we involve more of their senses, they're going to learn better. And let's face it, we all could use a little more knowledge about our bodies, and what the different parts of our bodies are and what those different parts do. It only can benefit the child in learning about themselves and being able to tell when things don't feel right or when things are hurt or whatever. So
it's usable. So like a sticker book or a coloring book, when they're done, they're done. But this, could be used over and over again. Good job, Em.
Yes.
So Marble Maze from Drapello Woodworks in El Camp, Texas. Again, problem solving strategy. This is a beautiful wooden maze with like a laminate or some sort of plastic top over it that children can work on tilting and twisting and getting the marble through the maze. So I thought that was great for trips. Just something to keep them busy that also works on problem solving, visual motor coordination.
Yes. And I just hopped on their site on Etsy and you can get it personalized with the child's name on the back.
Ooh, that's cool.
A nice little touch, makes for a nice gift. But yeah, this is another cool classic toy. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
The craftsmanship is really beautiful to look at. So looks like a very quality product.
Speaking of personalization, next up are personalized stickers from Making Simplified Shop in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I know stickers are really big right now to put on water bottles and computers. I have a bunch of stickers on my computer, and we have stickers on our water bottles. But what a cool stocking stuffer to show kid, or an adult, a friend, whoever, that I thought ahead and had this made for you just to personalize whatever in your life, locker, notebooks, anything.
Yeah. Preteen, teen, even younger, elementary age kids, they're really into their stickers. So I think this is cool. They can personalize it. I've been writing on my kids' water bottles for school with a Sharpie. Maybe I should get them a personalized sticker. That'd look a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. next up are some bracelets. Again, this could be probably more popular with the preteen and teen group, but they're from a company called Porter and Hazel in York, Pennsylvania. I've actually used this company many times, which is why I included it. I've ordered bracelets for males and for females. They have different size bracelets. You can personalize them with a metal plate on their bigger bracelets. They can be engraved on the inside or the outside of the bracelet. For the smaller ones, they're a really great price point. They're great at shipping. I usually I've even contacted them, like, I need something by Sunday, and I've gotten them in time. I've used them for graduation gifts with a special message. They're just a great company. And I have a couple of these, so I can speak to the quality myself. They're great bracelets. I really like them.
Yes. And I also added in there a personalized bracelet, just because jewelry with the teenage girl population especially is very popular. And, teens are working hard to figure out who they are, trying to separate themselves from, other people, to be unique. And I think anything you can give a teen that's personalized just makes them feel a little more confident and proud of it. So I put a bracelet on there that has little charms that can be personalized too, just because I know my daughters would appreciate something like that as a gift. And I think most young girls, boys too, could enjoy that as well. So, and then we have on the list a personalized AirPod case. And I included this because one of my kiddos is asking for AirPods for Christmas. And I, just to separate his AirPods from his sister's, it'd be nice if his case had a little something on it that denoted it as his versus hers, because I'm sure there'll be fights if those get mixed up. And Nicole had actually gifted my older child, my daughter, with a personalized AirPod case when she got AirPods a couple years ago, and she still uses it. So it protects the AirPods themselves. And again, just gives that little personal touch that teenagers, really like, I think, and are looking for. And
let's be honest, those things are so small. So if they don't have a home that is something a little bit bigger, they are so easy to lose for their cost. I mean, they need the place.
Yes.
So I like this gives them a cute place to live.
Yes, for sure.
And then finally on the items list, we have personalized cell phone stands from Maisie Miles Designs in Miles, Michigan. I just thought these were kind of cool. Wherever you dock your phones, just to have a personalized and pretty wooden place to put them was a nice gift.
Yes.
We included in this blog post, if you wanted something more traditional, or you're looking for specific gifts by age or developmental domain, we linked our gift guide here from 2017 through 2020. In 2018, we did it by age and developmental specialty. So if you have a child that's working specifically on therapeutic goals, that one might be helpful for you. But we also wanted to include, with the supply chain issues, some subscription services, because that might be a good choice this year when, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying things just to buy things. If it's not meaningful or something that I know someone on my list really wants or could benefit from, I'm not in the business of buying just to buy. And so a subscription service might be a good option for someone on your list that you can't really find the right actual object for to wrap up. And let's be honest, it's fun to get stuff in the mail, even after Christmas. So these were some of our favorites. So I read some great reviews on Brick Loot. It's a family-run company that designs, manufactures, and discovers products that delight Lego toy and brick fanatics, and they say for all ages. So they give a unique monthly subscription box, custom Lego sets, custom brick sets, custom minifigures. And those subscribers receive a Brick Loot box every month with 4 to 8 unique, custom, and never seen before items. There's different themes. There's always a surprise. And I did read in a review that I read that price wise, if you have, a Lego fan, this actually saves you a good bit of money on Lego, adding to your Lego collection. Next, I loved this. Now, some people might think this is a little serious for a holiday gift, but I loved it. It's called A Kid's Book About Subscription. So this series of books tackles complex topics like racism, body image, addiction, depression, anxiety, obviously for older kids or preteens, but series could be read with a parent, sort of as conversation starters at the dinner table to see how your children are feeling about some topics that they're obviously facing in their world. So I love this option as a connector for families and a conversation starter. Lacy, did you have a sticker book when you were younger?
A sticker collection. Yes, I did. And it was housed in a book.
I remember going to, what was that store in the mall?
There was a store called Trends in the Morgantown Mall.
What was the store that sold like posters and buttons and stuff? Oh, my brain is old.
Yeah, I don't know.
I used to go there to buy my New Kids on the Block buttons in the mall. Anyways, I would go there to buy stickers for my sticker book. And so Pip Sticks is a company that offers monthly sticker delivery by mail. And there's a variety of price points for this. And I just thought, oh, that's so fun. Like to not know what you're getting, but kids love stickers, and stickers are great for fine motor development. You can make books with them. There's just so many options.
Yes.
For the music lover on your list, Music Library Box offers books, interactive music activities, and online resources, including mini music lessons. Nice. So I thought that was cool, especially, with ongoing COVID things. If you have a musical kid, maybe some of their experiences have been limited, but I just thought that was so great to give them some music experience.
Yes.
Now, this one I think is my favorite. There's an OT who created this company called Sensory Theraplay Box. And every month, this box comes with 5 to 7 sensory toys, which are great for any kids that love sensory play, which, let's be honest, is almost all kids, but especially for kids with sensory processing challenges, that it would give them some materials that are helpful or therapeutic to them. I just loved it. I will probably definitely gift this to someone in my world because I just thought it was a great idea. And then probably my second favorite is Little Global Citizens. I love to travel. I love to teach my kids about different cultures. And this box sends every month a spark of love and travel and global awareness to kids. It comes with a storybook about a child or an experience in a certain country, a country activity guide. It comes with games that are played by children in that country. It comes with recipes, a snack that is common in that part of the world, and language cards. I just loved it.
Yeah, that was really so cool.
And a lot of bang for the buck. I mean, when I was looking at these, some of these boxes, I kind of thought like, okay, what do you really get for this box? Like, is there a lot of value in the box? And this one, I would say, of everything on the list, maybe packs the most value for the box. I just loved it. Next up is Rowan, which is a subscription box for bling. So pretty simple. Monthly hypoallergenic earrings.
Oh, nice.
How fun could that be, right?
Yeah, I mean, for
adults too, not just kids.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I just clicked on the sensory box when you talked about two times ago. Yeah. They have sensory boxes for teens and adults too. So don't just think the sensory boxes are for young kids. But yeah, the earring subscription, that's great. And really hypoallergenic. Yeah, very important.
Next up is Literati. So for $10 a month, Literati matches 5 books for your child's age and reading level and sends them to you. They pick them for you based on your interest and your level. And then you have a week to keep them, preview them, read them, and buy what you want. And there's free returns. So, we're big fans of the library. And obviously, if you're a family that has access to a library and a schedule that allows you to get to the library, that's awesome. But if you don't, I sort of feel like this is like bringing a mini library to you every month and might increase your variety of book selections and choices, and
Yeah.
they're age matched. So, everywhere from board books to chapter books. I mean, some great choices.
Yeah. And you're not obligated to buy all that come in the box. That's nice to not be tied
Kind
down.
of preview, right? Like for me, this one was a time saver box. It keeps new books in front of your family without much obligation, and with the option to have some suggestions brought to you.
Yes.
So, for my husband's birthday this year, I bought him this next subscription from Parabox. It's a national park subscription t-shirt. So every month he receives a t-shirt that really has a cool design from one of the national parks. And it comes with a postcard that talks about that park. And we love it. One, I think he like, dads don't get, maybe some dads do. Our dad in our house doesn't get gifted, doesn't shop for himself a lot. So I just think it was nice for him to have a little treat every month. But I think the sizing, this could go for older kids or teenagers. I know a lot of teenagers post-COVID really shown a new interest in national and state parks. So I love that it's like educational to bring awareness to state or national parks, and motivation to, opt outside and spend time outdoors. And then I do think part of the money from this goes to the national parks. But they're really well made t-shirts. I can say that because we have them in our house, and they're cool designs, like a little edgy. We've really liked them. And then finally, I have a teenager that's asked for this for a while, but I've never bought it. Ipsy sends 5 makeup or beauty products a month for just $13. So that I thought that was a good price point for your product loving person on your list.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm looking at it right now.
We like little kids' toys, but those little kids grow up, and we don't want to leave the parents of the teenagers hanging either.
Yes, exactly. And this is something that, my teenage daughter, it's going to probably be on her list, whether she puts it on there or not. So
hopefully she doesn't listen. Maybe we'll get it for them. We have 2 that are the same ages. So I don't think they're listeners to our podcast. So
I think we're pretty safe there.
We're safe with that. So, we hope you'll like this year's list. It's a little different, but we urge you to, even if it's not on this list, shop local in your community if you can. If you are a small business that creates products for kids, or you have a favorite small business that creates a quality product for kids, be sure to share it when we post this on our social media. Part of the reason why we do this list is just bringing awareness to other businesses and other cool products out there. So feel free to share on our posting so that, different followers can learn from each other. And we love your feedback. If you have any of these products, or if you order any, we'd love to know about it. And shop early.
Yes, for sure.
I keep saying that because I need to do it, and I have not done anything. I don't really like to shop early. I don't like to rush everything.
Yeah, but I think this year we won't regret it if we do. So
you have a choice.
Yes, exactly. Yep. All right, good. I hope everyone enjoyed this podcast. We hope that you will take the time to leave us a review if you enjoyed listening. And like Nicole said, visit our website to see the blog about this post, or this podcast, the blog post about it, with some pictures to accompany the links to all the things that we mentioned. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And we just hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to take time to play.